Today we're doing a reaction video. Now, what are we reacting to? We're reacting to NAR's CEO Nykia Wright's video where she addresses or sets the record straight on these commission lawsuits. Now, something to note. The video that we're about to see is pretty short. It's about 2 minutes in length. And we need to recognize that it's been produced and scripted and all that fun stuff. So we can bet with 100% certainty that a ton of attorneys have seen this. That's one. Two, we can also bet that this is probably going to be put in court. Like there's going to be an element here that comes back in court in some way. That's the second thing that I'm very sure is going to happen. Now, the third thing that kind of made me want to react to this particular video even more, it was already on the list to react to, but what made me realize or want to react to this even more is that maybe it was up for a couple of hours and there's already been a correction. So again, this is something that had to have been vetted by so many attorneys. This is something that's only 2 minutes in length. This is something that we're not talking about a live stream where you kind of have to redact or change or whatever. And it was up for a couple of hours, and there's already I got the email here. Hey, we have made a slight modification to Nykia's video, which is now live again. So it was up for a couple of hours, and either somebody pointed something out or something happened. I wish I had actually downloaded the video so that we can compare it side by side. But I didn't. I didn't foresee this happening. So they went out of their way to send out basically a redaction. So I don't know if that's an indication of what's to come. But anyway, we're going to react to this video. We're going to see what's going on and see what our CEO of NAR, Nykia, has to say. All right, so got to figure out this audio situation. Hopefully you can hear it okay. So let me turn this up and we'll get moving.
I'm Nykia Wright, the CEO of the National Association of Realtors, and I want to set the record straight about our industry and the women and men who make it their profession. The real estate profession has been vilified by certain plaintiffs' lawyers, sensationalized by a few reporters, and misrepresented by people who know little about this business. First,
all of that is accurate. You're doing phenomenal, Nykia.
the notion that the National Association of Realtors controls what real estate professionals get paid is wholly untrue. NAR does not set commissions, and it never will. Period. End of story. But there are many things NAR actually does.
I wonder if that was the edit, because when I was preparing for the thumbnail, again, we prepare these as we go because it says real time. I wonder what they edited was. I have no verification, but I remember when I was thinking about the thumbnail for this particular video, I wonder if they omitted or changed something that said to the effect of, it never has. So I noticed that here does not set commissions and it never will. So I don't know if that was a redaction or that was a change. Like it never, because again, when I was thinking about the thumbnail to make, I thought that it said, I didn't pay that close attention. I did watch it beforehand just to make sure it was actually something worth watching together. I wonder if the whole has never was included there. I could be making this up, but I do remember when I was working with our design team on what the thumbnail is going to be. I remember wanting to make something like that. The thumbnail. But anyway, let's keep going.
Will. Period. End of story. But there are many things NAR actually does to help our members better serve buyers and sellers. Second, there's some talk about a new association.
I wish she would have elaborated what that was. Right. So even within its own membership, we have a lot of questions on where our fees go, where our dues are going. I just found that NAR has a home buyer series, like a first time home buyer series, and it's very well produced. I actually just sent it to my team as well. asking, hey, did y'all know this existed, or am I the only one out of the loop? None of the agents. So we have over 200 agents in our group, in our real estate group, in our Slack channel, and no one had heard of it. But anyway, I wish you would have elaborated on, what resources we're actually talking about for buyers and sellers. She did show, plenty of logos and things, but give 2 to 3 bullet points, but like actually articulate them, because no one knows what those logos mean. Anyway, let's keep going.
We welcome competition from anyone who can match our impact and deliver the kind of value we bring. Finally, let me make one thing abundantly clear. The internet can be a tool, but it is not a replacement for the essential services agents who are realtors provide. A real estate transaction is not a simple click and purchase like buying a plane ticket online. Most Americans choose to use a real estate professional when buying or selling a home, not because they're required to, but because of the help that one provides in navigating the challenges that are a part of the process of buying or selling a home. No amount of scrolling on the internet can replace having a professional by your side during what can be a complex, unfamiliar, and lengthy process. We take pride in the work we do and will continue to help sellers walk away having sold at a competitive price, and buyers get the keys to their dream homes. I invite you to find out more about us at the website below, and I look forward to continuing the conversation.
All right, well, you heard it here first. Let's go to competition.realtor. Let's go right now. Competition.realtor. I haven't actually gone into this myself, so let's see. Also, it's just this video. I like the fact that they included customer testimonials. That's good. That's something I was going to suggest actually on the video. So they've had customers testimonials, featured content, economics. Okay, so it looks to be a catch-all of information. Yeah, this is I don't see really anything problematic. I don't see necessarily a value add per se to, setting the record straight. Personally, I don't think it said anything straight. I think it was really good to the point, but I don't necessarily think that it was, and I guess it really wasn't designed to combat a lot of the things that are being alleged, because again, it would really bring this particular video into the courtroom very, very quickly, which I still think is going to happen. So that's interesting, I think, but I'm curious to see, what do you think about this response? What do you think about this setting the record straight video by the NAR CEO, Nykia Wright? I think it's a nice video. I think it's a nice little promotional video. It's I don't necessarily think it's gonna sway somebody one way or the other. If you're already anti-agents, I don't think this video is gonna sway you or be compelling enough to. It's like, oh, now I see it. But if you're pro-agents, I don't necessarily see. Well, it wasn't designed to get you off of the pro-agent side. But if you're already pro-agent, I don't necessarily think that it's gonna, raise your level of care or interest in the agent side or the agent advocacy, if you will. So I don't necessarily think this is a call to arms by any stretch of the imagination. So I think it's an interesting video. I think it's good. I think it was well put together. Does it add a lot to the conversation? Not as much. But yeah, I'm gonna try what I'm gonna do though, because this whole redaction or it going up for a couple of hours and then getting a little re-edit, I think that's the story, at least for me, because we were ready to go on the other version. So I'm just curious to see what was edited. But if I find it, I'll make sure to put it down in the description. So let me know what you think. Again, does this set the record straight in any way, shape, or form? Did this provide something of value to you in terms of, hey, I didn't know that we did that, or hey, I didn't know that NAR was responsible for X, Y, and Z? So I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section. I'll see you tomorrow.